right. It is always great to have my next guest, Joseph Holmes, who picked up a UFC contract, the round one TKO victory at Fury FC 53. Dana White's looking for a fight. Joseph, how are you, man?
I am great, man. I am great.
Now, you said before we went live here that you're still on cloud nine. So try and just elaborate a little bit more as to what that felt like to get the UFC contract after finishing your opponent in the very first round.
Oh man, it was gigantic. It was very surreal, like just to have gone in there and did like not only what I said I was going to do, but exactly what I needed to do for Dana to know that I can actually fight and I'm ready to be in the UFC. So it's incredible, man. It's very just unreal, and I'm just loving it. I'm loving every bit of it.
So after being on Contender Series and you get the win there, now you got to go to Looking for a Fight and pick up another win just to get this contract. Did you feel that maybe added pressure for this fight to go in there and really show out?
Not added pressure because it was a second fight or anything. I kind of put a little added pressure because I did know my opponent like prior to the fight, and like I trained with him when I was an amateur. So I felt a little added pressure, like, wow, like, has he been training as hard as I've been training, and, he used to be a lot better than me just from experience wise at the time. So it was just like, definitely have to go out there and starch this guy or just like absolutely dominate him in order to prove to myself, like, how much better I've gotten.
Now, this was another big platform. Dana White and Dean Thomas and Matt Serra, they came up to my hometown of Bangor, Maine, a few years back for a Looking for a Fight show, and they signed Devin Powell to the UFC. So it's kind of a big deal, right? They're sitting there cage side, cameras and whatnot. Did you feel that also? Like, was there a lot more energy in the building as you're getting ready to perform?
Oh, for sure. From weigh-ins, Dean Thomas was at weigh-ins. He was walking around talking to people. So that kind of was some added energy because, Dean Thomas is real fun and kind of loud. Not really loud, but just like he says what's on his mind. And that was really cool, to kind of get his opinion. Like, Dana wants to see this, he kind of wants to see the guys, best performance, this tonight and blah, blah, blah. So that definitely was a lot of added energy, like just the day before, having them there and stuff. But yeah, I mean, when the fight's over, main thing everybody's saying is, like, Dana's right there, or my coach Krause. I remember Krause saying, "Go let Dana know." I was like, right after you knock him out, I'm kind of just like, you have all this anxiety and adrenaline in you. You kind of just need a couple laps around the cage. So. Yeah, man, it was awesome. There was a lot of energy for sure that night.
So did you get a chance to talk to Dean and Matt and Dana afterwards? Like, and if so, what did they have to say about your performance?
I talked to Dean literally for a split second, and he was just like, see, he was like, you did it, congratulations. And Matt also was just like, congratulations. Dana mentioned the nut shot. And then he was just like coming back from a crazy nut shot like that. You come in there and just absolutely starch the guy. And I was just like, hey. So that's about it. They didn't say a whole lot. You could tell it was a long night for everyone.
Yeah. I don't know if you got to shake Matt Serra's hands or not, but it's like grabbing a fistful of bananas. That dude has like the biggest, like, fat hands that you can ever imagine. Like, crushed my hand when I met him. I couldn't believe how big they were.
I don't think I shook his hand. I think I just gave him a big old hug. I think I was just like, hey, get a picture with you guys. And then like, yeah, man, it's your night, and then I just kind of like put my arms around both of them. But no, I don't think I shook his hand. Crap.
Yeah.
Next
time you can compare hand sizes. There you go. Let's talk about the fight here, man, because it really was. You overcame some adversity. That was a tough nut shot, and you were able to come back and get the finish. How much did that affect you? How much pain were you in?
Oh, man. It was probably the worst nut shot I've ever been hit in my entire life, and I had a cup on. It wasn't even my nuts. That's kind of what made it real bad. It was like, but it was terrible, man. I just remember watching the fight the week before with DeCasey, or Diakis, however you say his last name. He got hit in the nuts real bad early fight, and then he came back and got knocked out. So after that happened, that's all that was in my head. I'm like, dude, I got to get my focus back. And then Krause was just like, hey, make sure whenever you recover, you just get back focused, And I was like, yes, sir. And just, so that's all I was thinking about. I was just like, okay, this sucks, but I need to definitely keep my mind on what's happening. We're in a fight. So I just took as much time as I needed. I didn't feel bad about taking the time. And then I was like, let's just get back to work.
Now, did you have a game plan going into this specific fight? And you said you knew him from training back when you guys were amateurs. I imagine with just how tall and long you are for the weight class, that maybe your game plan will always be to kind of keep your opponents at distance and utilize that. Was that pretty much it? And did the fight, as far as the ending, did it play out exactly how maybe you thought it would?
It played out exactly how my coach just thought it was. It would. I mean, they said they weren't surprised at all, either one of them. As far as me, I was a little surprised I knocked him out because I really didn't try to. I was just throwing the counter I'd been working on camp. But our game plan was definitely just be letting my right hand go, stay behind my jab, and tear his body up because he does not have a gas tank.
And you got the win, and you got the contract, man. Congratulations! I know that's been the goal right from the beginning. So very happy to see you now in the UFC. What was the celebration like afterwards that night? Did you go out and let off a little steam? Just tell me what life has been like, I guess, for you since.
The night of, no, we just went to some empty bar. I can't remember the name of it. It was very empty though. We were the only ones there. We went and then just ate, me and my family and all my friends that came out. And the celebration was the next day. We went up to Loveland Ski Resort and we snowboarded and shredded it out. So that was amazing. I got to take my sister and my girlfriend for the very first time for them. So that was incredible. And since then, man, I've just been, like I said before, just on cloud nine. Like everybody's, reaching out to me and really telling me they recognize all the hard work I've done. And it just feels great for people to really, I guess, recognize me for all the work I put in, because I put a lot in. And it sounds cocky, I guess, sometimes, like when you like talk about yourself and like how much work you put in, but like I really have put in a lot of work. So I'm like more than happy to take anybody who wants to tell me, congratulations or anything like that, because just it's not easy what I do, man, and it takes a lot out of you to cut weight back to back and get called up for short notice fights all year. I don't think I had longer than a 5-week camp for any of my fights I've had this year. So, although I'm very proud of myself, it was tough, and I'm just really happy that everybody's recognizing that. So.
Well, you deserve it. You deserve it, my man. A lot of hard work, and you're a hell of a fighter. So anyone that knows the game has got to be happy for you to see the position that you're in now. Now, you mentioned, these back-to-back camps as far as cutting all that weight. Now it's holiday season, right? We got Thanksgiving around the corner and then Christmas. So are you going to take some time off? Are you just going to enjoy this a little bit, maybe eat some good food and just dial it back for a minute, and then maybe make your UFC debut in early 2022? Or are you thinking you want to get right back in there? Where's your head at?
No, man, I absolutely want a little second. I would absolutely love the month of December to just eat and just be a fatty. Like I would love that and just be with my family. Now I know how this game goes, and literally all year long I'm taking short notice fights. But this is the UFC now, and I would love a camp for my first opponent, and I would love to at least January 1st. Like give me till January 1st. You know what I mean? I'll fight then. Yeah, I definitely want a quick second just to, make some content, make some videos, and have my party. I'm trying to have a big celebration party for this win here after Thanksgiving and before Christmas. So I could really use a little bit of time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. How heavy do you expect you to get? If you're going to eat a little bit, maybe take some time off. And how big is I'm not calling you Ugly Man Holmes, okay? I'm calling you Handsome Man Holmes. That's the way it should be now. So how heavy is Handsome Man Holmes going to get?
Ugly Man Joe is gonna get about. I think I would definitely like to not get any bigger than 210. I haven't been bigger than 205 in quite some time. I think for my fight that I had at 205 this year, I didn't even get to 210. So yeah, probably just around there, 205. I'm hanging out about 195 easily, and that's when I eat whatever I want. So I don't imagine I'll get any bigger than 205.
Okay, man, it seems like if you're not going to be getting any heavier than that, there might be a chance where we could be seeing you at welterweight in the UFC too. Are you thinking that that's an option, or are you just going to stick at middleweight?
Well, that was my original weight class, and that's where I wanted to be when I was amateur, because the 185 guys were gigantic, man. And every time I seen them, the guys always just like huge. Excuse me. But I don't know. I kind of just mastered 185 with this last fight, and it was a very easy weight cut for me. So I'll probably stay at 185 for sure.
Okay, give me a quick fight prediction here. The 185 title is going to be on the line. I think it's in February. Whitaker, former champ, against the now champ Izzy. Who wins?
Izzy for sure. Yeah, Whitaker's already lost. What do you say?
No, I lost you there for a minute. So you think Izzy's going to win for sure?
Oh, yeah, I think Izzy's going to win easily. I think he's going to win with a second round finish. It's just because, I mean, he's already beaten him. Like, you're not going to lose to someone. I mean, there's rare occasions, but a guy at Izzy's level, he's not going to lose to someone that's already beaten. A lot of these fighters stick around and stuff, after they've been beaten and stuff. And, like, there's not very many occasions where you're going to turn that around. And, there's some occasions, you know what I mean? Obviously, the 45 champ, Volkanovski,
yeah.
I mean? He started off on losing and turns around, but there's not very many occasions a loser's going to come up and all of a sudden, become a winner. So.
Okay. All right, good enough. I can't wait for that rematch. I think Bobby Knuckles is going to give him a little bit harder of a fight in the second go round, but that's just my opinion. Joseph Holmes, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, my man.
You didn't like
What's that?
You didn't like my analysis. I said you didn't like my analysis.
Hey, I actually like them both. I'm a big fan of Adesanya and of Whitaker, so I just can't wait to see the fight. I just want to see it be a little bit longer of a war, in my opinion. I think Whitaker has the tools, being the former champ, to make adjustments and do that. But I mean, that's why they fight. We're gonna see, right?
Yeah, we'll see. It's just once you got somebody's timing down and their range down at that level, you don't have a chance.
Okay. All right. Well, again, February 12th, I believe, will be that middleweight title fight. Again, man, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. You're one of my favorite guys to talk to in the sport. Again, Joseph Holmes gets a UFC contract with the round 1 TKO win at Fury FC 53. Dana White's looking for a fight. Before I let you go, I want to give you the floor as always. Tell people where to follow you on social media. If you have anyone to thank, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah. Hey, I want to first thank Iridium Sports. You guys are amazing. You guys have made my dreams come true. I couldn't thank you guys enough. If you don't know Iridium Sports, that is my management company. They are the best management company around. So Iridium Sports, shout out to you and all my sponsors. And then shout out to you, Ryan, for always having me on an amazing show. I love your show so much. And then lastly, go follow me at Ugly Man Joe on all social media outlets. I will be having a blue check soon because I'm in the UFC now. We get verified. So, hey, appreciate y'all and appreciate you, brother.